What's up, everybody? It's Ethan here. I'm outside of Crested Butte, Colorado, doing the Three Lakes Trail, which apparently is not here, located across from campsite 1. So lots of warnings about moose and bears and all kinds of stuff in the area. So, and as you can see, got some beautiful views. The trailhead is here at the Lost Lake campground. So I'm going to go ahead and find campsite number 1, and then I'll hit the trail. Alright, so I found the trail, and there's some conflicting information because I read 2 different websites that said that the trail was only 3 miles, or sorry, was 4.5 miles, and now at the trailhead it's saying it's only 3 miles. I guess I'll trust the sign more than the websites, because websites can be inaccurate. But right away, this is the first lake, Lost Lake. I just did a hike to a different Lost Lake in the Indian Peaks Wilderness not too long ago. Looked a lot different than this, though. There was a lot of snow. And as you can see, there's pretty much no snow out here. June 6th. Beautiful, though. So getting a little view through the trees of some of the taller peaks over there, and then I think that's Lost Lake down there. Been steadily climbing for most of the hike, and it looks like it's going to keep going up for a little while, but I'm not sure if the next lake that we pass is just, way higher up than Lost Lake, or if we'll go back down. But I would at least say before it's all said and done, we're going to get a great view of the surrounding areas. And this is really a beautiful forest too. Lots of undergrowth and a good mix of aspen and spruce. This would be an epic spot to come out to in the fall. The fall colors would be amazing on this hike. There's a creek down there, and I should be getting close to the next lake. Looks like it's going to be coming up very shortly. Alright, here comes the next lake. Whoops, almost slipped there. And apparently this is Lost Lake. I thought it was the lake down by at the campground. Makes sense, right? Lost Lake campground next to a lake that is not Lost Lake. But apparently this is Lost Lake. That's okay though, this is beautiful. This is incredible. All the beautiful peaks above the lake. It's a cool little beach too. There was a sign saying said 0.2 miles to the falls, which I would have to assume means there's a waterfall on this trail. This is really cool. There's nobody else out here. Got Lost Lake to myself. Wow. Really beautiful. Look at that water too. It's so clear. I'll tell you, like right over there in that area, wouldn't surprise me if I sat here for a few minutes if a moose just walked out there to get some water. Only thing is, this isn't a good time of day to see one because they're usually more active in the mornings and evenings. Middle of the day like this, they usually like to stay hidden in the woods, and they'll come out to get water and stuff like that when it starts getting time for like sunset. Wow, this is really cool. Well, here we are. Didn't even know there was a waterfall on this trail, but this is actually a pretty nice one. If you look, so you can see there's this one, there's that up there, and I don't know if you can see it in the video, but like way up there, there's actually more of it. So it's a pretty big waterfall. Yeah, it looks like there's a second one, like up there and to the right a little bit. Very cool. Wow. It's the third waterfall I've seen so far this week. Done a lot of hikes to waterfalls. And believe it or not, this one is the smallest of the three. This is so beautiful. You know, it's funny because there's nothing special about this spot. It's just this tiny little, not even really a clearing, in the middle of, you know, in the middle of all these aspens and spruce trees and stuff. I don't know what it is, but it's just like, sometimes you get the spots like this where it's just quiet and it's just you by yourself, and it's just a really good feeling. Because I got to tell you, between you and me, a lot of stuff has been going wrong this last week for me. I had this whole epic trip planned out in the San Juan Mountains, and because of the wildfires and road closures and all kinds of other stuff, I ended up only being able to do 2 short hikes to a couple of awesome, I mean, they were awesome waterfalls, but that's all I got to do out there. I had all these plans, and all of my plans got, you know, kind of pushed to the side. And then here now I'm in Crested Butte, which I thought was like, you know, going to be a backup plan. But turns out that Crested Butte has been by far the best part of this trip so far. It's absolutely beautiful out here. Right over here, this is pretty cool. It's one of the biggest aspen trees I've ever seen. You don't usually see too many that big. So I believe the next lake that I'm going to be hitting is called Dollar Lake. And I think it's only about a half a mile from here, so it's not too far away. But man, I'm really just enjoying this. This is a spectacular hike so far. The scenery has just been amazing the whole time. Lots of wildflowers, lakes, waterfalls. I mean, has everything. And it's a very quiet trail too. I've only seen a couple of people so far. Really cool. Getting some great views through the trees. And there's lots of wildflowers. Lots of yellow and white wildflowers so far. I've seen some purple ones too. Anyone who knows about the Crested Butte area knows that it's known for having arguably the best concentration of wildflowers of anywhere in Colorado. So it's really awesome to come out here in late spring and early summer And you know, the wildflower season started a little early this year. Usually they'd just be starting to come out now, but they're already getting to like their peak just because of how little snow we got this year and how quickly it all melted. What a beautiful trail. Wow. Now how is that for a view? That is amazing. That's where the campground is down there. You can actually see it, so right over there is the campground. But wow, look at that view. That is incredible. All the forest we were just hiking through, the lake down there, and all the Elk Mountains in the background. That is a stunning view. Definitely the best view so far on this trail. That is awesome. Just when I thought this trail couldn't get any better, we come up to Dollar Lake. How awesome is this? I'm hoping I can get on the other side of the lake over there, see if I can get a really good view. But wow, that is incredible. This is so cool. So it's a nice little side trail that takes you to the other side of the lake. Super cool. I might have to put this down as a place to go out for a backpacking trip. Because this is incredible. So I'm heading back down from Dollar Lake, back on the main trail, and it's about a mile from here back to the campground where the trailhead is. And as you can see, this section of the trail is very rocky, so be careful when you're going down through here. And I'm assuming it's pretty much going to be all downhill from here to the trailhead. Dollar Lake was, according to my altimeter on my phone, Dollar Lake was at 10,080 feet. And looks like that's about the highest you get on the trail. And I think the trail starts out at about 9,300 feet, something like that. So it's not too bad. Definitely worth it for all the views and the lakes. I mean, it's absolutely, it'd be worth a lot tougher of a hike than this. Because this is a beautiful trail. So you can see through the tree there, through all those trees, there's the lake that we started at, which I just found out is called Beckwith Lake. Not sure why they named the campground Lost Lake Campground when it's not on Lost Lake, but hey, whatever. So this way, it's the hike seems a bit more gradual. Than it did on the way up. It's kind of just, I mean, there was that rocky area which was a little steep, but for the most part it's just been some like really mellow switchbacks, kind of slowly making their way down back to Beckwith Lake. So I'm back down at Beckwith Lake, and I just got to go about halfway around the lake back to where the trailhead is. So I'm getting pretty close. Just crossing this little creek here. Lots of yellow wildflowers out right now. Really beautiful. Definitely been seeing a lot of these. Alright guys, so I'm back at the campground. And so this hike is over. So I'd say it was probably about 3 3/4 miles. I put it right in the middle of what the sign said and what the websites were saying. And every moment of this trail from start to finish was incredible. I mean, there was not one single point on this hike where I was bored. Everything from start to finish was absolutely beautiful. I didn't see any wildlife, but there's tons of opportunity to see wildlife on this trail. I mean, this trail pretty much has everything you could ask for in a Colorado hike. And you don't have to work that hard to see it all. So I'd highly recommend this, and I'll definitely be back here again to do this because this is just such an amazing trail. And until the next one, I'll see you guys soon. Please remember to like and comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Have a good one, guys.